Hello, this is Tanya Radford Hill. This is my video response to Workshop 3, Question 3AB, Part 2. There's 5 questions. The first one is, what is your overall response to the role propaganda plays in shaping perspectives about people from other cultures? I believe I agree with the song from the video that they were saying in this song that you must be taught to hate, and I believe that propaganda is a way to teach hate. It's against when we know people, we usually don't hate them. But when we have media bringing out negative things or suggesting that these people have ill intent for us, it's a strategic plan to cause hate and division, and sometimes it's used to help people buy into war more. Do you see evidence of ethnic force propaganda today? I certainly do. Unfortunately, that would come some of the negative images in media about African American males. They're often predicted more as criminals than productive citizens. It focuses on a single story. Some of the negative, incomplete stories of the Hispanic people sending their children from South America unoccupied to the United States, and some of the stories that were dispelled there. One of the more vicious, shocking ones for me is the media, some of the extremist media coverage of President Obama. Receive, they give him very little respect, rarely refer to him as President Obama, and refers to him as Obama, have posted commercials and pictures of him as a communist, um, as a monkey, um, and just some very negative racial slurs to cause division in our country. So, yes, unfortunately, some of those things still exist. Um, Setting the standard for treatment of people who may have loyalties to an enemy, we're protecting ourselves without violating the principles of Christian decency. Um, Hiding behind Christian decency when what was actually done had little to do with Christian decency. My reaction to that is that it was a cop out and a cover up and a justification of wrong actions for citizens who had committed no crimes. I'll be honest and say that in wartime, uh, when you have a diverse population and you're at war with another country, fear is a reaction or emotion that we resort to um, easily because we don't know how to protect ourselves against that. Um, what are your reactions to hearing the same historical event, the Japanese internment camp experience, from the perspective of George Takei, a Japanese American witness? Well, it was helpful to see his version versus the media version. It just gives you a more empathetic approach and probably a more honest when you see both sides of this. Here are two different versions of the same story. The question number 5, if you were to engage in some type of ongoing cross-cultural ministry with Japanese Americans upon their release from the internment camps, what would that ministry be, and what first steps would you take to begin? Um, I would probably have to follow the practices of the American Baptist ministry in World War II. They developed ministries and they went into the camps and ministered to these Japanese U.S. citizens while they were in the camp. Um, so they would take extra steps to restore their property. They held social gatherings for them. Upon release from these camps, many of the um, uh, American Japanese individuals were homeless, and so they would house them in community hostels and help them in that way, and just share love, share Christian love in a way to help restore them. So that's a good example to follow. But most definitely, believe that the ministry should begin with developing relationships, if they do not already exist, and providing some of the same services that we provide to individuals who are returning home from criminal prisons, just getting them re-familiar with the community and reestablished. Um, so I would also like to mention the fact that, unlike many other ethnic groups who have been wronged by the United States, very proud of our country and acknowledging its wrong, and actually providing redress payments to individuals who were imprisoned in these internment camps. They received payments of $25,000 in an apology letter from President Bush many years later. Many of them were very old and in nursing homes when this occurred, but it did occur. So a formal apology is a good place to start to correct a wrong. Thank you.